Ciao. In today's news of things we don't care about, well, we got a YouTube channel. So, of course, we're going to have to.
Let's talk about it.
Shawty, come and swing my way. We ain't gotta waste no time now, baby. Put that all in my face. I just wanna bump and grind on you. On you, on you. Want you on my face, so shawty, come and swing my way.
I want people to have fun. Let's kick back. Let's get into a little tea. Let's not get too crazy, but let's enjoy the sip.
But let's get to the chi-chi, the kiki, the internet bull.
If you want to see extended videos, exclusive content, including story times and more, subscribe to my Patreon. If you want to stay engaged and keep up with my commentary, follow me on Twitter. And if you would like to book a personal reading, you can go to my website, thealigningsouls.com, to schedule you a personal reading today. What's going... Now, hold up. Hold on. Okay, there we go. What's going on, y'all? It's Santana, a.k.a. Chi-Chi. And we are back. Because we got things to talk about, chat, and it's a weekday. Y'all know I don't work on weekends, okay? But it's a weekday. We got things to talk about, okay? So we just going funnel through, all of these blog posts and whatnot, okay? Let's go ahead and get into this commentary, chat. Y'all already know what to do. Go ahead and like the video.
Red light, green light, red light, oh. Red light, green light, red light, oh. I don't do yellow, cause it's so mellow. If I don't say hello, you know from the get-go. Red light, green light, red light, oh. Red light, green light, red light, oh. I don't do yellow, cause it's so mellow. If I don't say hello, you know from the get-go.
Okay, so y'all, child, apparently over there at the Breakfast Club, ever since they lost Angela Yee and Angela Yee went on to do her own thing, they have been running amok over there at the Breakfast Club. Okay, if it ain't they problematic hosts like Just Hilarious that get on the air and just be saying anything, child, it's the antics that be going on in the interviews. But I mean, listen, we in a day and age where a couple of years ago, what was it, 2016, that Charlamagne had made a comment and he was about to get stomped out by Birdman. Okay, ever since then, child, it's just been viral moment after viral moment after viral moment. But then it kind of calmed down with Angela Yee left, but then not really so. And so here we are. Y'all all know that Tyrese has been a mess literally the last 10 years. Okay, he's been making a fool of his legacy. God, literally a fool of his legacy. I would hate to be one of his children, child. Like, you're going out sad, baby, going out sad. And then they had their little comeback with TNT, but then egos being so fragile made them break up. And oh, Tyrese, you going outside. Okay, not going outside. Well, he might be. He might be after we get into this tea that just dropped, okay? So let's go ahead and get into her. It says, DJ Envy checks Tyrese for previously being disrespectful to his wife while he was allegedly on psych meds that made him wild out. Some of the things that you said deserve me to box your mouth. Now, y'all remember, like I said, for the last couple of 10 years, whatever, Tyrese has been over the top. He's been married, he's been divorced, he's got a new girlfriend, he had issues with the kid, he had issues with production, he had issues when old boy died, but not in the car, but from the car movie. Like, it's just been a lot going on surrounding Tyrese other than him putting out music. Let's talk about it. It's been so much going on surrounding Tyrese that it's just like, girl, get it together. And apparently Envy said, I'm going to be the one to get them together. So let's go ahead and get into this clip.
And help my relationship, not the Tyrese that I was going through. So I took a step back from
so
you
got
until
the
we had a
text
conversation.
Messages of the psych med Tyrese?
He did. That's what
Oh,
it was.
you crazy. Charlamagne told you to suck his dick before on that message.
Because you was talking crazy.
Whoa.
You know that. We had this conversation already.
Guys.
But he literally said, I don't remember any of that.
I don't remember what I said that made you say that or made you feel that way.
But to this point, I took a step back because I didn't know what you were going through. And I tried to talk to you and I seen who you were. And I didn't even like who you were online. And to my point, I tried. And when I seen how you were talking this way, I said, I'm going to take a step back.
And when me and Tyrese had a
How convenient? Yeah, how convenient. Yeah.
Hold on, let me pause this. TJ, can you get the hell out of my damn screen? Okay. You want to be a feature so bad.
When the way you were talking, the way that you were.
How convenient to step back.
What you mean?
I never stepped back from you.
From you.
It's right.
You should have.
But I never talked to your wife in a disrespectful manner, and you talked to mine in a disrespectful manner. And I never told nobody that. Even when you were on psych meds, and you could say that you weren't. But as a man, some of the things that you said, Tyrese, deserve me to box your mouth.
No,
we were talking because this is something that I never wanted to say. And since he wants to be, well, why envy? I'm telling him why. You said disrespectful shit to my wife.
What do you say?
It's neither here nor there. To the point where my wife doesn't call you back anymore. And to the point when you started talking.
First of all, why is your wife calling him to begin with? Let's start there. Because if I was your wife, after what you done did to her, let's talk about it.
The psych meds, me and my wife had a conversation. He said, well, maybe Tyrese was on those medicines when he said. But if you ever text me and my wife, you can't text me because I just unblocked you probably about a month ago when me and Charlamagne was talking, and he told me that you were on the psych meds, and this is what it was. That's what made me unblock you. So that was the reason why I stopped talking to you and will not reach out to you anymore, because I'm like, I don't want to remember my brother as that. And maybe you were going through problems. So if somebody if I talk to your wife, disrespectful, I don't expect for you to come check on me. Okay. And that's how I felt it.
But maybe y'all should have been had this conversation.
No.
That's the smartest thing Just Hilarious has ever said. Let's give it up for her. Because she ate this little one thing.
Listen.
This is great. We have it when God wants us to have it.
That's it. And I'm going to say this, because this is not the first time I've said this. The things that I said and did, the people that I rubbed the wrong way, the things that I posted, my conduct overall that was literally out of my control. I've literally prayed that people can find it in their heart to not hold me to something that I said and did while I was literally out of my mind.
Person that was my brother.
And I kind of got to agree with Tyrese. I mean, he did get on our last nerves his last couple of years. I mean, y'all remember, he was everywhere just being a menace. And so this whole little moment that they tried to have on, well, not even that Envy is trying to have on Breakfast Club, it's like, while I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, who would you? Like, look at what you did to your wife 20 years ago. Yeah, that was 20 years ago, and people are allowed to change. And then especially if they stay together, baby, if we're going to stay together, that means you have apologize and you promise to show change behavior. This is changed behavior, right? Because if you wasn't out there defending your wife and respecting your wife before, then you was put her at risk and disrespect her, right? So now in the regard that years later, he's finally standing up for himself and standing up for his marriage, I'm not going to be mad at that. I'm not. Because they chose to stay together. That's her business. We could argue all day about whether or not we would have done the same thing. They chose to stay together. Okay, so what? Now he's calling himself standing on it, I guess. But like Jess said, this was the wrong time, wrong place, like just the wrong platform. Like, I don't know if we get too comfortable in 2023 and just like, okay, no matter what we say, this clip is going to go viral, like, because maybe you caught up in the moment. I don't know. Let's go through the comments. Shout out to Erica De Niro. She says, Tyrese is an energy vampire. Having a nickname for your psychosis is wild. I feel like everybody he comes in contact with is a supply. Stepping back from someone because they become hateful or harmful is their language towards is 100%. Draw boundaries. You don't have to beat their ass. Just move as far away from them as you can. Also, box your mouth is crazy. I mean, while I agree with all of that, I do agree with all of that. It's the whole box your mouth thing that's a little. But I mean, I can understand that's how he felt. But again, this conversation should not have been had online. Only because of what it's doing now. Somebody else says that man clearly told you he doesn't remember because he was heavily medicated on psych meds. At least he has a valid reason. What was your reasoning for publicly disrespecting your wife? Girl, that's you coming in with trauma. Here we go with the whole protect black women thing. Like, we're not gonna do that. We're not even talking about that. This isn't about him cheating on his wife. That's what I mean when I say like miss me with all of that. The shea butter crowd, like this isn't that. We can have that conversation, but that's not what this video is about. Let's move on. I wish niggas had this energy when it came to disrespecting their own wife. Oh my God. It's just y'all gonna find a way to center women as the victim every time. We're not talking about that. Poor Tyrese, like y'all asked him to come on the show to embarrass him. Exactly. That's the topic. Box your mouth doesn't even sound tough. Light skin ends taking another L. They go that thing where I told y'all do that weird-ish, and then had somebody say, look at dark-skinned men acting a certain way, then it would be outrage. Envy felt safe on the Breakfast Club because this was a conversation that should have been had off the air, but he wasn't man enough to do that. What grown man says, I blocked you? Here y'all go, policing men's masculinity. See, yeah, like these comments is just exposing how weird y'all are. This is everything that I be ranting and complaining about in my videos. We already started with the whole colorism thing with the light skin, even if it is just jokes. Okay, now you policing his masculinity, not understanding that adds to toxic masculinity. Okay, and homophobia and all of that. Like, MVP for real, you clearly know this man was and is going through stuff. Instead of being a friend like he was to you, you talk to him crazy. Nobody takes you serious. I kind of agree with that. I feel like at the end of the day, it's nobody's job, like, to while it's nobody's job to make sure that you're in correct mental health. If you don't call yourself my friend and then be like, I removed myself because you was going through things, then we're not friends. We're not friends. We're not friends. Don't call yourself my friend and be like, I removed myself out of your life because I saw you was clearly going through something. Then we're not friends. Let's keep this at a working relationship because a friend would be there for me. And I totally understand that. Listen, because I'm this way. Like, especially now where I'm at in 2023, I don't want no friends that's going through more ish than I'm going through. Because I can't be that good of a friend to you. Because I got my own things to worry about. And until I'm 100% happy with my life, I ain't got time for nobody else and ABS and their problems. All of that, oh, woe is me. You still going through, F-boy relationships, and you still in a place where you trying your best to find self-love, and you trying to find your way back to God, and you wondering if you want to see a better, like all of that I done been through. Sometimes still go through. I don't have time to be strong for me and another mother effer. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't make those type of friends, or I don't keep that type of energy around. But there's something completely different than that. And then you actually being like, y'all were friends before he went through things. And then the second that he started going through stuff, you said, I'm going to just remove myself until you better. I don't like that. That's not a friend to me. That's not a friend to me. Again, I completely understand that one person's baggage is their baggage and not somebody else's. So nobody is responsible for what it is that you're going through. I get all of that. And I have no issue with people, deciding to be selfish and say, listen, this is all I can bear. But at the same time, for me, we're not like, if you feel like you could pick me up and put me down, especially when I'm going through something that I probably need you the most, especially like a situation that Tyrese was going through, and then you decide to shelf me, we're not friends. And then now you're going to tell me on air that you want to box my mouth in for what I said back then when I couldn't control it and you knew I was going through something, hence why you distance yourself. Like, you don't get points for that. I'm sorry, you don't. I'm sorry. That's just the way I feel on that one. But there was an update, okay, to the situation. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Okay. Now this says DJ Envy and wife Gia Casey addressed Tyrese calling Envy a liar, says that they stopped talking to Tyrese over inappropriate comments and flirting towards Gia. That's not what he said. That's not what Envy said, though. Envy said that they stopped talking because Tyrese was being, well, he did say disrespectful and acting up, but he didn't mention it like it was flirting. And y'all know how men are in their egos. So if it was flirting, why not just come out and say that? You made it seem like he was just doing the most because of his mental health. Well, let's go ahead and get into it.
Reese is calling me a liar. For people that don't know, I stopped talking to Tyrese, and there was a reason why I stopped talking to Tyrese. Not because only did I think he was a bozo and full of ish, but also because of the way that I felt he was talking and conducting business with my wife. Tyrese helped save our relationship when we were going through probably our lowest point, and I cheated. Tyrese came in and really.
Tyrese came in during your low point in a marriage and helped you save your relationship. But when Tyrese was going through his low point, you couldn't come in and help him save his life, help him save his career. Are you serious? And then you want to say that we was friends. He literally saved your marriage. And then when he was at his lowest point, where he was literally losing his marriage, losing his kids, custody to his kid, losing his career and brand deals and all of that, you decided to distance yourself. I'm telling you, anytime two people argue and it's a man and woman, not like man and man, woman and woman, it's usually because it's either a bitch involved, some pussy involved or some dick involved or some money.
He helped us and guided us through our relationship, correct?
Yes, he did. Absolutely.
And then we got to a point where we stopped.
And why is she calling in like she don't live with the nigga? I was trying my hardest not to curse doing it, but like, why is she calling in like she don't live with this man? She couldn't have just came in. They couldn't just rode the same Uber to the job.
Stop talking to Tyrese. I even blocked Tyrese, and I wanted to box his mouth, as I said the other day. And can you explain to the people why we stopped talking to Tyrese?
Well, we stopped talking to Tyrese on 2 different occasions. Once, many, many years ago, when he did do that amazing thing for us. He and I became...
I have things to say about Gia. I don't know her from a can of paint. Something about her already strikes me as codependent. Something about her already strikes me as codependent. Her energy, her vibe, the way that she looks. It's given, I need a man to survive. I'm going to just leave it at that because a lot of y'all not going to understand. For those that's new, for those of y'all that's new, welcome. Hi, I'm Sky Santana, Aubrey, Chichi, whatever you want to call. Don't call me Aubrey. Sky Santana, Chichi, whatever. Listen, baby, I am psychic. I'm a light worker. I'm a healer, okay? Go ahead to thealanaSouls.com and book your reading. But I know my ish when I know my ish because I know what I be talking about. And her energy, what I'm feeling intuitively, picking up on her energy, she got codependency issues. I don't know if she has like a North Node in Cancer, maybe went through some mommy issues or whatever, doesn't have the best relationship with her mother. It's something there.
Became friends, and we were very, very cool, and we spoke often. But for me, it got to a point where it became inappropriate and uncomfortable, where I felt as though lines were being crossed. You know, there was times where I felt like he was extremely demanding of my time and of my attention, where if I didn't give him my time and my attention, he would get very angry, get very upset. At that time, I didn't feel as though he was going through any mental issues. I didn't feel as though he was facing any mental challenges at that time. I know
that. I just want to pause it right there because here's what the story becomes salacious once you start. First of all, the story is already salacious when you consider the fact that Envy is married, and here's this married woman talking to another man who's supposedly married or whatever, but still talking to a man outside of her marriage. Second of all, the story is salacious because, as Envy has already admitted, and Gia has admitted, Tyrese has been involved inside of their marital issues, whether helping them fix it, whatever, cool. Then it becomes even more salacious when you mention at one point Tyrese was flirting, because the whole Tyrese was very demanding of her time and this, that, and the third. It literally could have been as simple as, I just need a friend right now, and I enjoy talking to you. I enjoy vibing with you. Like, you understand me. Because honestly and truly, the vibe that I'm picking up on, Gia and Tyrese both give trauma bonding, both give we going through ish, so we're going to trauma bond about it. We both 2 sad dog puppies trying to figure it out. That's the energy that they give me, and I feel like that's what the connection was. Could he have been flirting? Could he have been trying to hit? Possibly. Heck, if I was Tyrese and I knew that I had a friend like Envy that was going to do me the way Envy did him, I can't say that I wouldn't have tried to hit too. I'm just saying. But I feel like Gia and Tyrese's connection was more so on some puppy dog trauma bond-ish, and maybe Gia felt like, okay, it's getting a little bit uncomfortable because at the end of the day, I am a wife. You still are another man outside my marriage. I understand that. But like, let's not conflate and make it look like Tyrese was only talking to you to flirt and whatnot. And really, it was like, because to say he didn't look like he was going through any mental challenges, or I didn't know, like, everybody don't always wear their shoulder on their sleeve, their heart on their sleeve. We've known Tyrese to do that, but if you're speaking to the person that actually brightens your day for whatever reason, whether y'all are trauma bonded or they help you get through it, whatever, you may not always want to come at them at a 1, coming at them at the lowest of lows, just speaking to them might brighten up your day. So even if you are going through, a whole bunch of BS, you might talk to them and feel like, you know what, we'll talk about that later. Because right now I just want to take, use up all this energy. At the end of the day, like Erica said earlier, Tyrese is a vampire energy. We all have those friends that are draining, We all have known people that are draining. It's just like they come around. What was me? It's a cloud over their head. Da, 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 da. I understand all of that completely. Maybe this is how Tyrese was. Maybe not. Who knows? But I feel like they opened up that door, and then once the kitchen got too hot, it was like, okay, now you got to get out. Or matter of fact, we gonna leave the kitchen and we're gonna let you burn down in the house. But y'all was in the kitchen cooking with him. You knew it was gonna get hot. You knew it was gonna get spicy. But then once it got too hot for y'all said, nah, we gotta leave because it's a burning building. That's the part I don't like.
That he does go through things, and I know that he has been on medication, but at that time I felt as though he was very clear-minded and everything seemed cool. But
baby, you could be clear-minded and still want to off yourself. Listen, baby, if I was still telling story times full time and then in real time, if y'all only knew half the ish I'm going through and been going through behind these videos or whatever, like, when y'all gonna learn that? People know how to put on a mask, or people know how to just go along to get along or just get through.
when I started to feel uncomfortable and you started to feel uncomfortable, we took a step back.
Well, what lines were crossed? Because people would be like, well, what lines did he cross?
You know, I don't really feel comfortable being specific.
Okay, but y'all feel comfortable talking about it. I hate when people do this. Stop saying a lot but saying nothing. Girl, did he try to stick a finger inside you? Did he try to FUCK you? Did he try to RAPE you? This is Hollywood. Like, don't, because when you leave things up to people deciphering in their own minds what it could be, that's how rumors start. That's how gossip starts. And rumors and lies spread more than the truth. Nobody cares about the truth as long as the juicy is, and as long as the gossip is juicy enough. And as long as the lie is entertaining enough. Nobody cares about the truth. So I hate when people do this. Nene Leakes does that a lot. Stop leaving things up for interpretation. Otherwise, don't speak at all. Say what the heck it is.
Because at the same time, I still do have a respect for him. I know that you still do have a respect for him. I would feel more comfortable just being general and saying that, you know, there was flirting and inappropriate compliments for a woman who's married.
Tyrese is calling me a liar.
I don't like things like that. I don't, because there's a huge difference between somebody that tried to grab your butt versus somebody saying, girl, your butt looks big in that. Let's go through the comments. I promise you, we don't care about anything that has to do with you. You don't play about your wife and fam, and yet you cheated and embarrassed them all. This doesn't concern us. I'm tired of hearing about him and his wife already. We get it. DJ Envy is low-key DJ drama, maybe high-key. Honestly, I feel like they are competing to be on Real Housewives of New York or Real Housewives of New Jersey, honestly, because ever since the thing with Gunplay and Rick Ross, it's just like they constantly in the media, him, Envy or Envy and his wife, I feel like they are gathering material, gathering a little promo demo reel to pitch to Real Housewives of New Jersey or Real Housewives of New York. That's honestly what I feel like it is. Breakfast Club started falling off when they started making their personal beefs and issues the focal point of the show. The same level of hip hop. So they comfortable telling people about his mental health issues and him being on meds, but don't want to be specific on what he did. Exactly. Everything should have been private if that's the case. Right, exactly. Let's see what people are saying. Didn't him and Tyrese already drop this? How long will we continue to talk about it? I don't believe in being friends with my man's friends. I keep things cordial like this for a reason. Exactly. One thing Evan gonna do is like, you know, he cheated on his wife. He crossed those lines because she entertained it, and you allowing another man to talk to your wife on a regular like he a marriage counselor. Boom. So you open the door for that. He can't even handle his relationship. You need to box yourself in the mouth. Honestly and truly, and that's what it is. Envy removed himself, not because he was going through, I mean, no, Envy probably did remove himself because he was going through a lot. He didn't really care. And then two, I opened the door for you and my wife to be close, and I don't know how to cut it off. So now I'm gonna use your mental health as an excuse to cut it off. So that way you and my wife ain't gotta be as close. And you flirting with her, now my ego hurt. Yeah. That's what I feel. So definitely let me know down in the comment box below what y'all thought about all of this. Child, they all a trip, and I want them to all go away. Because honestly, I don't care that much about this story for us to still be talking about it next week. But child, let me know what y'all feel about this down in the comment box below as if I give a fuck. And definitely make sure that you stream my music as if you give a F. Okay. And yeah, y'all, I asked y'all what type of song y'all wanted from me, whether y'all wanted a slow jam or a up-tempo R&B hip hop. And the people have decided, child, y'all gonna get that new music very soon. The girls have decided. I hope y'all ready for 90s bops. Hashtag 90s bops. I love each and every one of y'all in HD Audio. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
I'm tryna fuck now, so baby, let's dance. Fuck up my baby right here on my legs,